Now to our team coverage on the lake effect snowstorm that could paralyze parts of western New York over the next 3 days. Within the past 30 minutes, we heard from Governor Kathy Hochul, who's already declared that state of emergency. More on that, and we'll update you on any potential school closures in just a moment. But first, a live look outside right now. The snow already pummeling the southern tier. This is Salamanca. The roads already coated in snow there. Let's bring in Storm Team 2 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Hammer, the most popular guy in the newsroom right now, up on the rooftop, tracking your zone forecast for you. Good morning, Patrick.
Hardly. Popular is not the word. I don't know if
popular
I would use.
In some way.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe in a way we don't want to think about. We've got a lot of snow coming our way. Quiet today, except in the southern tier where the snow fell all night. It falls continuously this morning and will for a little while longer. There again is another look at Salamanca where the snow has been falling all morning long. All right, what we're going to have to do is, if somebody can help me with the graphics here. Again, we've got, again, cloudy skies and a mixed bag of clear and cloud here in the Buffalo area. But it's tonight when things really get going. We are going to see heavy lake effect snows develop starting at about 7 to 8 o'clock tonight. But for today, I do want to show you the radar and what's going on. First of all, the forecast is pretty quiet, but after about 8 o'clock, that is when the snow is going to begin. The lake effect snows are ongoing right now from about the Zoar Valley down into Chautauqua and Cattaraugus County, where we do have snowfall reports upwards of 8 to 12 inches already and more to come as this band of snow, or actually two bands of snow, will begin to slowly fade and then change direction and aim themselves farther to the north up towards Buffalo. That's why we have a lake effect snow warning for heavy snows, gusty winds, and dangerous travel. There are different start times, though, for these. Let's start in the southern tier where we do have a start time that already began. It goes until 10 o'clock tonight until 1 o'clock Saturday morning for southern Erie County and Wyoming County. Farther to the north, from 7 o'clock tomorrow night, or excuse me, from 7 o'clock tonight, 7 o'clock tonight through 1 p.m. Sunday for Erie County into Genesee County, and then farther to the north, Niagara County has now been added to the warning from 7 o'clock Saturday through Sunday morning. A quick gander at totals. We're going to break these down even further, but it is still game on for 2 to 3 feet of snow in many areas focused around Buffalo and points south, okay? We will fine-tune that and take a look at the forecast for your neighborhood coming up in just a few.
All right, Patrick, we'll see you back down here. Thank you. And stick with 2 on your side and our app over the next few days as we help you get through this lake effect blast. Our storm tracker will also be on the road tomorrow morning, and if you have any great pictures to share with us safely, just swipe over to the Near Me section and you can share them with us. Just over an hour ago, Governor Kathy Hochul issued that state of emergency ahead of the snow. So what does that mean? Starting at 4 this afternoon, there's a commercial traffic ban along the thruway from exit 46 near Rochester to exit 61 near the Pennsylvania state line. Again, that starts at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And 2 on your side's Ron Plants was with the governor this morning. Ron, what else do we need to know this morning?
Kelly, state, county, and city of Buffalo officials have been making the point for some time that they are bringing in extra personnel and equipment to try to deal with this storm. They actually call it a severe storm now. And they really talked today more here at the Thruway Maintenance Facility about the intensity of the storm, saying now we could see 3 to 4 inches of snow an hour coming down, which really would really affect their ability to clear the roadways, even with all those extra people who were coming in here to help out. And we did hear today from the governor and one of the state officials specifically about those points. We'll go to that sound right now.
I want to manage expectations here. It is almost impossible, despite the fact that we have over 350 plows, hundreds and hundreds of people, over 600 people deployed to this region, 5,700 utility crews standing by, ready to step in here. When it's coming down at that rate, it is almost impossible to clear the road to make it safe to travel. So you have to let the snow accumulate. We'll continue our efforts, but it will not be safe for a considerable amount of time for motors to go back on the roads. That is the message I want to make loud and clear here today.
From 7 p.m. tonight to 7 p.m. tomorrow, every single hour we are going to see between 2 and 4 inches of snow fall. There will not be a time from 7 p.m. tonight until 7 p.m. tomorrow where it is safe to drive. As she said, if you must go out, you have to leave plenty of time and go very, very slowly. Visibility will likely be next to zero.
I would also say today that officials were actually pleading with people not to go out on the roads tomorrow at all. They were saying that between the hours of 7 o'clock tonight and then into Friday evening, that we could again see that intense snowfall coming down during that time period. And they really were saying that if you got stuck in the snow, Mayor Brown specifically saying it could actually be deadly in terms of the severity of this storm. So they're really trying to emphasize that. The county executive saying at this point there is only a travel advisory, but he is prepared to make that a travel ban if need be in terms of trying to keep people off the roadways. So that is the situation for now. Obviously, they're aware that these bans can kind of meander, and they will be keeping close watch on that with, of course, our meteorologist at WGRZ.com. So we'll turn it back to you in the studio. I'm sure we'll be getting more updates as this day goes on. Kelly, back to you.
All right, Ron, appreciate it. Thank you. And we know many parents and especially kids are keeping an eye on school closures to see if they'll have a snow day tomorrow. This morning, we do have a few to tell you about already. Kids are in class today at the Buffalo Public School District, but after-school activities are already canceled for this afternoon. They also announced that they will be closed tomorrow with no remote learning, so a traditional snow day there. And Jamestown Public Schools had a 2-hour delay today, but with those warnings from the governor and county executive, we expect to get many more school closures into the newsroom today. We will be updating all school closures all day on Channel 2 tomorrow morning on Daybreak, and make sure you bookmark WGRZ.com and Closing Central. All you have to do is click on weather and then closures. Just a few hours ago, Michael Cornell joined our Daybreak team live on the air. He's the president of the Erie Niagara School Superintendents Association, and he talked about the process of closing down schools across many districts.
One of the things that we run into sometimes when we have this kind of cascading closings across the community is it creates some confusion and a little bit of, one district's parents or another district's school staff. So we try to make sure that we do it all together in a circumstance where the weather is going to impact the entire region. So we talked a bunch last night. We've been in contact with the county. When you've got a weather event like this, it's a whole of community effort to keep everybody safe.
Superintendent Cornell told us they hope to announce closures this morning. Again, we'll have all of those updates on our website as they come in under the weather tab. Many Western New Yorkers may be worried about their plans over the Thanksgiving holiday, especially if they're flying out of town. No snow on the ground this morning at the airport or on the runway there, but that obviously is going to change over the next 24 hours. And that's when highly trained staffers and massive pieces of equipment will move in at the Buffalo Niagara International Airport. They have to clear roughly an area the size of 400 football fields, so 174,000-pound jetliners can take off and land safely. The main runway is 2 miles long, 150 feet wide. The airport has a 60-foot MT, or multitasking vehicle. It's one of 5 that carries a large plow, a broom to sweep snow, and a high-speed air blower to clear any residue. There are also large snow blowers, de-icers spraying the runways, and the snow melter with its twin furnaces that can melt 135 tons of snow per hour. There's also a lot of coordination with the airlines.
We have a great record, as you probably know. We have a great record of keeping Buffalo open. We rarely close. I think last winter we closed for about an hour total for the whole winter season. We never close the terminal, though, so keep that in mind. The terminal here never closes. We might close the runway, the 2 runways for a while, an hour or so to clean them.
The airport also has extra gate space now to help with crowds of holiday passengers if there are delays. One traveler we spoke with today scrambled to change her flight at the last minute to get to Dubai for the holidays.
First of all, I didn't want the weather, so I'm glad to be getting out of here, you know, with the predictions that they have. And to go somewhere where it's nice and warm, you know, we'll be there for Thanksgiving with family, so it's going to be nice. Supposed to fly out tomorrow morning this time. And then we decided to go today because it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get out tomorrow.
The Buffalo Airport sees about 100 flights a day.